Sound Design 2. I will show a quick playthrough and then show you how it works on FMOD. We'll start with the vehicle. The main vehicle engine sound has been taken from steady RPM values, which have been cross-faded between one another based on RPM and load values, with added distortion and EQ effects for high speeds. Which will simulate high engine stress and low engine stress. The engine total is just the car start and ignition, blended by a reference event to the engine sound. The exploding sound effects are actually just a use of multi-instruments with pitch modulation, and the impacts are roughly the same. Vehicle jump is a multi-instrument of revs, and the skidding on the other hand is actually, if we can turn it up, a loop that will be played when the handbrake is pressed over a certain speed threshold. It's controlled by the brake parameter. Tyres rolling, changing the tyre surface type based on concrete and sand, and that is controlled by the speed parameter, with loop regions transitioning back and forward between the different surfaces. Wind resistance, just played for when the car is at high speed, which is also controlled by the speed parameter, and with some attenuation. The UI is just a bunch of sound effects created through an Ableton synth. The music, on the other hand, not too complex, but controlled through progression and speed, using loop regions and marker triggers. The environment sounds feature like a wind bed with accents using scatter instruments should I say, with nested events for wind howling and sand debris based on distance attenuation. Lastly, the binaural audio for the rattlesnakes will be playing using the resonance audio source, which will be playing in the left and right ear, which are attached to the camera in this level. All the events have been organised into their respective banks based on music, sound effects and the UI. And the assets have also been organised into folders with annotated notes of where the assets were sourced and how they were used. This is the mixer overview with the group busing and writing assignments, with snapshots created for the occlusion for when the character goes through the tunnel, as well as the reverb for the engine and collision sounds when you're also in the tunnel. That now concludes my video demo for my game Sound Design 2 FMOD and Unreal integration.